Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to our press conference. My name is Tracy Svanda. I'm going to introduce our panel. Well, I'll let our panel introduce themselves, starting with my immediate guest.
Hi everyone, I'm David from Zimbabwe.
Good afternoon to you all. My name is Elizabeth from Zimbabwe Small Organizational.
Good afternoon. My name is Nino from Tailoring University of Science and Education.
My name is Good
afternoon, I'm Delight Moyo from Action Aid Zimbabwe.
Hello everyone, my name is Taylor from VSO.
Good afternoon, my name is Peter Taylor from Action Aid Zimbabwe.
Good afternoon, my name is Collins Chinga from Participatory Information Management in Zimbabwe.
Good afternoon all, my name is Shepard Kurakashin Ziva from Funds and Agroecological Center. Thank you.
Okay, all right, so thank you. I'm going to read the communique that has been developed by the partners here present who just introduced themselves. So what I'll do is I will read through it, and then afterwards we can have questions. Okay, so it reads, communique of the first Southern Africa Regional Agroecology Conference themed Recovering from El Nino through Agroecological Tailoring and Resilience Building. This was held from the 30th of July to the 1st of August at the Celebration Center, Harare, Zimbabwe. In the wake of the recent El Nino drought, which has profoundly affected agricultural productivity and food security across Southern Africa, VSO Zimbabwe, ADRA Zimbabwe, CIMIT, Action Aid Zimbabwe, Center for Agriculture and Food Policy, FAO, Bindura University of Science Education, PENAM, Troika, Fambizanai Permaculture, ZIMSOF, and DCA, jointly with the government of Zimbabwe and with support from the UK International Development and Agroecology partners, organized the first Regional Agroecology Conference in Southern Africa under the theme Recovering from El Nino through Agroecological Tailoring and Resilience Building. The primary objectives of the conference was to create a vibrant and inclusive space for civil society organizations and other stakeholders to advocate for a regional agroecology policy at the SADC level. The event facilitated the exchange of experiences and knowledge, fostering a collaborative environment that encourages learning and innovation. The conference was organized under three main pillars: policy, practice, research, and markets. Each of these pillars represents a critical aspect of agroecology, and the conference aims to address each one comprehensively. The agents need to adopt holistic, sustainable approaches that align with agricultural practices within the natural environment, ensuring long-term food security and ecosystem health was underscored. The conference was spearheaded by the Zimbabwe government's Ministry of Lands, Agriculture, Fisheries, Water and Rural Development, alongside regional governments, civil society organizations, farmer groups, research institutions, and academia. It brought together over 300 delegates, including farmers, youths, and women from Zimbabwe, Eswatini, Zambia, Mozambique, Kenya, and Europe. presentations, discussions, and recommendations at the conference attended by more than 300 delegates. A call to action was made and presented as follows. Global level. The conference recognized the contribution of stakeholders at various levels. At the global level, it emphasized the need to mobilize resources for interventions that promote the adoption and scaling of agroecological principles and practices. This includes fostering a research, promoting food systems transformation based on agroecology, hosting dialogues on agroecology, and supporting women and youth in agroecology. Africa Union. The conference calls upon the African Union to sustain agroecology advocacy work at the continental level by anchoring its key messages on the AU's decisions on agriculture, especially those related to resilience building in terms of climate crisis. At SADC level. At the SADC regional level, the need to formulate linkages with the SADC Committee on Agriculture and Climate Change was noted. This will enable persuasive and negotiation engagements with the committee using evidence-based facts drawn from the SADC countries, hosting regional dialogues on agroecology and climate financing, and promoting regional studies on agroecology. At the country level, the conference recommended allocating sufficient resources to agroecology initiatives, especially those focused on awareness creation, extension services, capacity development, knowledge sharing and learning, stakeholder coordination, development and implementation of coherent policies supporting agroecology, and strengthening existing working groups on agroecology with a focus on formalizing them. The specific recommendations are as follows. Influencing policy changes. This conference served as a pivotal forum for participants to delve into policy discussions and advocacy efforts. The Ministry of Lands, Agriculture, Fisheries, Water and Rural Development shared an outline on the ongoing initiatives to advance the agroecology promotion policy and strategy. The presentation provided a comprehensive overview of the ministry's strategic objectives and implementation plans, which is a demonstration of the government's commitment to support agroecology. Through dialogues, the participants at the conference committed to 1. Accelerate agroecology implementation. There was a consensus on the need to fast-track the implementation of strategies designed to foster agroecology. Participants underscored the importance of swiftly translating policy frameworks into actionable measures that can enhance the adoption of the agroecological practices across various agricultural sectors. Farmers highlighted the need for policy to be simplified and translated into local languages for easier public consumption. Secondly, investing in public financing. Organizations called for urgent government commitment to invest in public financing for agroecology promotion. Attendees called for increased financial support to ensure that agroecology initiatives are adequately funded and can achieve their full potential in building sustainable and resilient agricultural systems. Fostering a deeper understanding of agroecology practices. The conference provided an opportunity for participants to exchange knowledge and experiences regarding agroecology practices across diverse contexts. The conference showcased innovative approaches by organizations and academia, such as soil fertility testing, adopting agroecology-resistant crops, varieties, improving soil carbon sequestration, rainwater harvesting, utilizing a diverse mix of cover crops to control erosion and manage weeds, researching climate information systems, and investing in organic fertilizer to boost yields, among many innovations. While organizations shared evidence in the form of case studies, documentaries, and academic research on various topics, there was a consensus on investing in more research, innovation, and evidence gathering. Strong emphasis was on the need for farmer-led research and farmers to drive the research agenda, with the researchers complementing farmer actions. Creating a knowledge hub. The participants committed to creating a hub to share successful practices and technologies across the region to promote effective agroecology. The conference emphasized on the need for more inclusive and innovative approaches to knowledge sharing. The conference underscored the pivotal role of agroecology in advancing sustainable agriculture. By embracing agroecological principles and practices, participants gained valuable insights into how this holistic approach fosters sustainable food production, enhances soil health, conserves water, and supports biodiversity. Enhancing capacities. The participants committed to enhancing the capacities of farmers, extension workers, and stakeholders on agroecological practices and sustainable agricultural techniques. Providing technical support. Organizations committed to providing technical support and advisory services to farmers and communities adopting agroecological practices. Promoting agroecological products. Organizations committed to promoting agroecological products by creating and supporting market opportunities for the products during trade fairs and raising consumer awareness of the benefits of agroecological products and sustainable food choices. Lastly, strengthening partnerships. The strong network of organizations across the region committed to strengthening their partnerships and collaboration to promote agroecology. The Agroecology Conference has had a significant impact on understanding and promotion of agroecology in the region. At the heart of influencing policy changes, promoting sustainable agricultural and ecosystem restoration, and contributing to resilience and sustainability of agricultural systems in the face of climate change has been a spirit of partnerships, volunteerism, and a shared vision of ending poverty in the region. We are grateful for the support rendered by the government of Zimbabwe through the Ministry of Lands, Agriculture, Fisheries, Water, and Rural Development. International development agencies, community-based organizations and networks, research institutions and partners, farmers, women, men from the region. Food security for everyone, everywhere, every day. Thank you for your continued support and collaboration. This communique has been issued by VSO Zimbabwe, Agra Zimbabwe, Action Aid Zimbabwe, Troika, Famizanai Permaculture Center, Danchech Aid, Pelham, and Bindura University of Science Education. Thank you. Okay, so we can open it up to any of my colleagues who are up here who also want to comment or buttress any of the points we shared in the communique.
what we are witnessing is the power of partnerships and partnering. As you can see from the organizations here, we're able to not only attract other organizations in the same sector, but also work closely with the government to ensure that we achieve more. And it is very clear that by alliances, partnerships, and partnering, we are able to create the movement that we need to be able to upscale agroecology. Thank you. From the farmer side, I think I would really want to inform the audience that farmers were taken not to be people who know what they want or who knows what they are doing. But with this conference, it has really shown that the farmers, they are also very, very important. And now they are also being part and parcel of the policy formulation processes. Because as we had the discussions which took from the very first day, it really showed that the farmers are now included in all the decision-making processes, unlike for the past years where farmers were being silent. So I would really want to appreciate even the government of Zimbabwe to push for the agroecology policy, which I think will also protect and promote the use of our indigenous seeds.
Coming from academia, we view the conference as an important opportunity for us to interact with farmers and other stakeholders. And one of the major issues that came out of the conference was the need to build evidence. And that calls for research that addresses issues of technology, issues of products that are important in agroecology, as organic fertilizers, and also other products that come out of the produce from the farmers, like food products. And that is actually has been prioritized in this particular conference.
Thank you. From the technical point of view, the conference has been held, information has been given, terms were defined, farmers were present, stakeholders were present. So moving forward, I think it's now high time we now need to implement what we have learned. I wish the next conference should be held more like a field show where we will be exhibiting what we have learned today. Thank you.
The conference is actually open to opportunity for collaboration and engagement, as evidenced by the ministries which were present. But our request today is to ask the government to fund this agroecology program so that it gets enough in terms of resources, just like what is happening with other programs within government. So it's our request to ask the government to fund that program.
Thank you. Just to buttress the point that came on technical support, to say there is a lot of technical support that is needed in terms of agroecology, especially to support farmers and what they're doing. But I think this conference also opened up an opportunity for us to, for the government to realize the need for building capacity of extension officers who are working in different parts of the country. And this will start also, as it came from the conference, this should start from what they are learning in their colleges and schools for them to be extension officers. They have to learn what is relevant to the communities where they are coming from, so that when they go back, they become relevant. So the government also needs to align the education of these extension officers in line with the principles and protocols that have been discussed in this particular conference. It's a call for action, especially in the capacity building. We have been continuously producing extension officers into the communities that are people known to be relevant, but with this call, they are going to be relevant. I think.
I want to begin by saying that work that has been done throughout the duration of this conference, the information that has been sent out there. The onus is on us, the onus is on you and me to take into practice everything that we've learned throughout this conference. It will be, again, a misrepresentation of history if we do not adequately involve the youth of today in the work that we're doing, which is one component that I think there needs to be a lot of support coming from every stakeholder involved, to have more youth learn about agroecology, to have more youth know about agroecology, share the knowledge of these youth so that they're able and capable to actually grasp the concepts around agroecology, know what agroecology is. So going forward, I hope to see that in the coming conferences, in the coming agroecology gatherings, we have more participation of youth, more participation of vibrant youth quota, more participation of young people to start to know and also incorporate the principles of agroecology in the, not only in the tertiary education institutions, but from primary level, from ECD level, so that people get to know growing up what agroecology really is, and so that we have a sustainable future for tomorrow.
Are there any questions from the media or from the floor?
Just a quick one, Brian from ZFM, I think you can hear me. So since this was the first one, are we going to see more of such conferences happening? Are they going to be annual events? And also, what are some of the steps that we're going to take in terms of follow-up to the resolutions that we have made at this conference?
Thank you for the question. I think key to that question is our commitment as partners. I think this has been the first, giving birth to a first born does not mean we are ending there. It's a step into the journey that we are looking forward to continue. And we, at this point, we cannot commit to have it annually, but there is a commitment for another upcoming event of this similar nature. And with regards to follow-up, I think we have a steering committee that has been working, which is going to actively collate everything that came from this meeting and follow it up diligently as we work out of this particular conference. Thank you.
Maybe I can just quickly add that it is not necessarily about upcoming conferences. It's about small milestones that we are going to take as institutions in terms of some of the action plans. But we are definitely going to have working groups that will work on various aspects of what has come out of this conference so that we move in Asia and we continue promoting agroecology throughout.
I'm from CBC Radio News. If I can hear the main takeaway from this conference.
I think one of the main takeaways from this conference was that for our ecologists, the approach for extraction succeed is that not one person is able to do it. We need collaborations, we need stakeholders to come together to actually drive agroecology approach forward. So I think this is one of the takeaways that came out from this conference, and it has been reiterated by my colleagues that are sitting here that only through this collaboration that you see here was this conference's success.
Got some outcomes abuda by this conference. Zvatatenderana kuti ndizvo zvinofanira kuti titeedze. Zvinotaridza izvo kuti tabuda nechinhu chatawirirana kuti izvi ndizvo zvatinofanira kuadresa as a movement. Iri kuda ivepo inosanganisira ma-stakeholders ose pasina kana mumwe anosara. Saka chinhu chikuru ichocho chabuda conference ino.
Maybe just to end on as well, another key takeaway is on the call that was being made for financing, because if you look at the call to action that that we made, if there are no resources channeled towards some of the commitments and milestones that we want to see, then you would find most of the actions will be fruitless. So what I got is that at least if they could be an investment towards public resources, those are resources coming in from the government, as well as resources at the regional level, though we were shown that the PES is all at regional level, but that's where it all begins so that all the actions can at least be attained.
Okay, I think just one question. In terms of support, are you getting full support from the government?
Yes, there is full support from the government. I would want more support. The government is supporting multiple initiatives. This year, we managed to have National Agroecology Strategy sailed through, and it's something that we are implementing. So we have a lot of support, but I'm sure Tanzania will be better placed to give more support to the government. We have support.
Okay, thank you. I think we can't ask for much more. Government is really supporting us in terms of what we are doing, in terms of our work, and also supporting the work that is on the ground. Specifically, we have government approving extension officers for them to come to learn on agroecology, and this is a milestone. And those students that we are training also from colleges who are graduating from diploma programs and certificate programs, they are actually being enrolled into government as extension officers who qualify into government structures. So this is also more support that we're getting. And in terms of resources, I think this is what has been the core of the conference, so that more resources can be coming in. But in our case, not only material resources, but even technical support that we are getting also from the government, and other forms of support that we may need at various levels, starting from the grassroots up to the national level.
I can add that the fact that we've been working with the government in developing the agroecology policy strategy actually speaks volumes of the support that we are getting from government in terms of implementing agroecology in the country.
Any more questions? Thank you so much, and over to you, Tracy.